The hairs on the back of your neck prickle. A shiver crawls down your spine. You aren't alone. Someone or something is watching. You glance over your shoulder, but there's nothing there, just a shadow, a trick of the light. But the feeling persists, a cold dread settling in the pit of your stomach. This is how it began for those who knew Jenny Drake, a creeping unease that foreshadowed the impossible. Jenny Drake, a quiet librarian, lived a life of routine. She worked among the musty scent of old books, her days a quiet symphony of rustling pages and the soft murmur of turning leaves. Then, one blustery November evening, she vanished. Her disappearance was as sudden and inexplicable as the chilling premonition that had gripped her friends and colleagues. Days turned into weeks, the search for Jenny Drake proving fruitless. Hope dwindled, replaced by a grim acceptance of the inevitable. Then, one rainy morning, a group of hikers stumbled upon her lifeless body in a secluded part of the woods. Her skin was deathly pale, her eyes staring vacantly into the unforgiving sky. The cause of death was a mystery, her body bearing no signs of struggle or injury. The town mourned. Jenny Drake, the quiet librarian, was laid to rest beneath a weeping willow, her passing a somber whisper on the wind. The strange premonition that had preceded her disappearance faded into a melancholic memory. Life, as it always does, went on. But the story of Jenny Drake was far from over. 2 years passed, then the unthinkable happened. Jenny Drake walked into the police station, pale and gaunt, but undeniably alive. Her reappearance sent shockwaves through the town, whispers of the impossible echoing through the streets. The authorities were baffled. Fingerprints matched, DNA confirmed her identity. But how could someone pronounced dead and buried for 2 years simply reappear? Jenny had no memory of the intervening years. The last thing she recalled was locking up the library that fateful November evening. Her resurrection, if that's what it was a medical anomaly, a statistical impossibility. Doctors were baffled. Scientists were confounded. The townsfolk, they were terrified. Theories ran rampant, each more outlandish than the last. Some whispered of psychological trauma, a fugue state so profound that it mimicked death. Others spoke of divine intervention, a miracle granted to a soul unjustly taken. And then there were the whispers of government experiments, clandestine programs exploring the boundaries of life and death. Each theory offered a different perspective, a different lens through which to view the impossible. But the truth, like the woman herself, remained elusive. Jenny Drake lived for another year, a ghost, haunting the town that both celebrated and feared her return. Then, as suddenly as she had reappeared, she vanished once more. This time there was no body, no funeral, no closure. Just a void where a life twice lived, twice lost had been. The bizarre case of Jenny Drake remains an open wound on the fabric of reality, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved.